SPLM Rebirth program, which started early this year, 2022, has already laid down the foundation and road for organization of the party and marshalling. The reason for convening the NLC is for SPLM to renew itself and again power which regain power which we lost through compromises and sacrifices for the sake of peace. We gave up positions and resources to accommodate our, our adversaries at the expense of our cadres. Today, we want to strengthen the SPLM cadres so that they can take up their responsibilities with confidence and without being undecided. Nominee list of 2008 by adding a few members for fair representation of states and administrative areas in the political bureau. 2. Consideration and approval of the newly nominated political bureau members. To empower the chairman of the position of the deputy chairman, and for financial management rules and regulations. From the National Liberation Council, I ask you all to support peace so that development can take place. The revitalized peace agreement has been extended for 2 more years to enable implementation of the agreement before the general elections. Of course, all of us know that the reason why we accepted the extension of the agreement was because if we went the way we are, we may land in war, because there are people who would want to remain in the offices where they are today. Whether there is something happening or there is nothing happening, it is good for them to stay there. We do not, such people, if we just go without convincing them, they will fight us and the war will go back, which I don't want. The revitalized peace agreement has been extended for 2 more years to enable implementation of the agreement before the general election. During this time, we need to work hard to win confidence of our people and unite them. For now, there is war in Upper Nile. I don't know who is behind that war. And because then about the lives of citizens there, we found that the Cholo king was threatened, and that there were voices from those who are fighting them, calling for the head of the king of Chuluk. I don't know what do they go and do with the head of a dead person. They cut off many heads when somebody invaded Malakal, and many people were found dead without heads. So what did they do with those heads? For Lomaninu Shubnal Kalamde, and the king was in Pachoda, we tried to remove him. So we sent a boat to bring him to Malakal. And from Malakal yesterday, he was lifted by air to Juba here. Now he is here. The king is safe. And I will meet him. Haja Isumu White Army there. Who is the commander-in-chief of the White Army? Loder Yeng Machar, because he was the one who named them. If he is the one commanding them, he must be realistic. People must now come down to implement the agreement, and so that we don't die any longer. Having retraced the historical path of our party formation, achievements, challenges, and lessons learned in the process, I now declare this ordinary National Liberation Council meeting open. Thank you very much.
SPLM oye! Salva Kiir Mayardid oye!
Salva Kiir Mayardid oye!
Salva Kiir Mayardid oye!
Salva Kiir Mayardid oye!
James Wani Iga oye!
James Wani Iga oye!
James Wani Iga oye!
James Wani Iga oye!
Peter Lambos oye!
Peter Lambos oye!
PB oye!
PB oye!
NLC oye!
NLC oye!
We have some few announcements. First of all, the groups. The groups which I mentioned before will have to have lunch with us first, after which they can leave us. And also a recognition, just to say on the top of the generals I mentioned before, and they were General Santino, Dengwul, our Chief of General Staff, General Majanga K. Malok, the IGP, and also General Akol Kur, who is our also National Security Director, and Comrade Simon Yan Makwaj, also the External Security Deputy Director. So on top of those generals is General Comrade Mamour Mete, and we also have Comrade Joseph Nifon, and Comrade Dr. Nadia Arop, and many others that I cannot see here. So it was an oversight. Okay. Okay, correction. Comrade Yan Mokwech is the Director of External Security. Okay. So now we have recognized everybody. I want now to return the microphone to the high table for more instructions.